Bills Mafia, how we doing tonight? Before we jump into one of the most complicated and emotional storylines of this entire season, let me start with this. Your Buffalo Bills are working every single day to improve, to correct mistakes, and to push toward the results this fan base deserves. From the coaching staff to the locker room, the message has been clear. This team is committed to getting better, stacking wins, and making a push in a competitive AFC. So right now, before we get into this exclusive insider story, smash that like button, show some love to the channel, and hit subscribe so you never miss an update, a breakdown, or a behind-the-scenes scoop on your Buffalo Bills. All right, let's talk about Keon Coleman, because this situation has taken on a life of its own. Coming into Week 11, Keon Coleman was expected to be a major part of the game plan. He wasn't injured, he wasn't struggling on the field, there was no hint of anything unusual. Then, everything changed. Coleman arrived late to a team meeting on Friday. That single moment completely flipped the entire weekend. The Bills made him a healthy scratch, not because of performance, not because of injuries, but strictly due to discipline. Sean McDermott confirmed it, Keon Coleman confirmed it, and after the game, he took ownership, saying he was disappointed in himself and that he needed to be better. The Bills went out and beat the Buccaneers 44-32 without him, but that didn't calm the conversation. If anything, it poured more gasoline on the fire. Why? Because Keon has been Buffalo's number 2 wide receiver all season. He's been a huge part of Josh Allen's weekly rhythm. And pulling a player of that importance isn't normal unless the team is trying to make a very serious point. And that's exactly what happened. When Sean McDermott spoke after the game and again on Monday, his tone raised eyebrows. This wasn't a one-and-done punishment type of message. This was bigger. McDermott emphasized, trust must be earned, respect must be shown every day. Growth, maturity, and accountability matter. Those aren't casual remarks. That's a clear sign that this situation goes deeper than one late meeting. And here's where things get even more complicated. According to Eric Turner for Cover One, who first broke the story last week, Coleman is expected to be inactive again for Week 22 against the Houston Texans. The team hasn't officially confirmed it yet, but Turner doubled down on his report. That means the Bills are preparing to face Houston without their WR2 for the second straight game, a move that signals the coaching staff wants to see more than just one apology. They want a change in behavior, consistency, and a demonstration of professionalism. This is no longer about punishment. This is about message. On Thursday night, if the reports hold true, the Bills will likely roll with the same wide receiver group they used against Tampa. Joshua Palmer, Elijah Moore, Tyrell Shavers, Khalil Shakir, and Gabe Davis. And last week, they stepped up. Tyrell Shavers had a career-best game, 4 catches, 90 yards, and a huge 43-yard touchdown. Josh Allen posted the second-highest passing total of the season. And the Bills' offense looked energized and explosive. But let's be honest, the Houston Texans are a very different team defensively. They have one of the strongest young secondaries in football, Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter, and a pass rush built around Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter. Against a defense like that, having a big-bodied contested catch weapon like Keon Coleman would normally be a major advantage. But the Bills are sticking to their principles. The message is clear. Culture first. Standards first. Growth first. Coleman is being challenged to prove he is ready to meet the expectations of this team, not just on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday. Let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about Texans versus Bills. This is about how the Bills handle discipline, how young players adapt to professional expectations, how a contender maintains culture, how the team balances immediate needs with long-term values. Keon Coleman isn't a bad guy. He isn't a locker room problem. He isn't in trouble for something serious or off-field related. This is simply a young player learning the difference between college football and the NFL. In college, you learn structure. In the NFL, you learn accountability. This moment, right now, could be a turning point in his career. The team wants to see if he can learn from it, grow from it, and come back stronger. And Bills Mafia, let's be real. If Coleman matures through this and returns with more focus, more hunger, and more consistency, he could end up being even better than before. This could be the moment that sharpens him, not the moment that breaks him. As if the wide receiver storyline wasn't complicated enough, the Bills got hit with another blow on Wednesday. Mecole Hardman, who was signed to the 53-man roster just a week ago, has been placed on injured reserve after suffering a calf injury during his Bills debut. His entire Bills career so far: 7 special team snaps, 4 offensive snaps, 1 deep target from Josh Allen, 1 spectacular 61-yard kickoff return, 1 third-quarter fumble, and then the injury. He joins 8 other Bills on IR, not including rookies who just returned. To fill the special teams hole, Buffalo brought back return specialist Brandon Codrington to the practice squad, but they will not elevate him for Thursday night. Instead, running back Day Davis and others will handle return duties against Houston. The good news? Buffalo's field position finally improved last week. 158 yards on 4 kick returns for Davis. That's massive for an offense that entered Week 11 ranked second worst in starting field position. The bad news? Hardman was brought in to be a speed element, and for now, that weapon is gone. As the Bills prepared to face the Houston Texans under the bright primetime lights, there's one storyline that absolutely dominates this matchup: Buffalo's top-ranked pass protection versus Houston's terrifying edge rush duo. And I'm not exaggerating. The numbers confirm it. According to Computer Cowboys' composite ranking, which combines PFF grades, SIS blown block percentage, and ESPN's pass block win rate, the Buffalo Bills currently have the #1 pass protection unit in the entire NFL. Not top 3, not top 5, number 1. Buffalo's offensive line has been building momentum all season, but this metric puts them officially over the top, surpassing the Denver Broncos, who held that spot for a long time. The Bills earned a score of 97, the only team anywhere near that level, with Denver at 98 being the only other squad even above 80. That's not a small margin, that's domination. So how did Buffalo climb to the top? The unshakable wall: Dawkins, Brown, and McGovern. Let's start with the man anchoring the left side, Dion Dawkins, who right now owns the highest pass block win rate in the entire NFL among offensive tackles. 220 wins on 228 pass block snaps. That's 96%. Absolutely elite. And on the other side? Oh, just Spencer Brown sitting at 95%, tied for second among all tackles in the league. Bills Mafia, there is a real argument to be made that Buffalo has the best tackle duo in football this season. That's not hype, that's math. And it doesn't stop there.
Inside, Connor McGovern is posting an outrageous 98% pass block win rate, which ties him for the best mark of any interior offensive lineman in the NFL. When you stack these numbers together, yeah, it makes sense why Buffalo is sitting on top of those national rankings. This is a line playing with chemistry, confidence, and a whole lot of pride. But here's the challenge: Houston is built to break pockets. Now, let's flip the field, because across from this elite Buffalo line sits a Houston defense with 2 monsters at edge rusher: Will Anderson Jr., Danielle Hunter. Together, 17 sacks in 10 games. That's production you only see from the league's very best pass-rushing tandems. Anderson, fresh into his NFL career, already owns a 23% pass-rush win rate, tied with none other than Micah Parsons for second in the league. That's rare territory. Ander isn't far behind, sitting at 16%, good for 16th in the NFL. These guys win fast, they win with technique, they win with pure athleticism, And if you give them an inch, they turn it into a strip sack. This is the exact type of matchup that changes games. What this means for Josh Allen and the Bills' offense. If Buffalo wants to repeat the offensive success they enjoyed against Tampa Bay last week, clean pockets, rhythm throws, the ability to push the ball to all levels of the field, then Thursday's game hinges on the trench battle. Josh Allen will need Dawkins locking down the blind side, Spencer Brown holding up against speed and power, McGovern continuing his near-perfect interior performance, and the entire line functioning as one unit. Because this Houston pass rush doesn't just want to pressure you, they want to disrupt entire drives. They want to force you out of your game plan. They want to dictate the tempo. If Buffalo's offensive line wins early, keeps Allen upright, and forces Houston to respect the pass, suddenly the Bills can operate exactly how they want. Quick hitters, intermediate timing routes, deep shots when the moment is right, play action. QB scrambles only when Allen chooses them, not because he's running for his life. But if Houston starts winning early downs, if Allen starts feeling pressure consistently, this becomes a grinded-out game. That's why this matchup matters so much. This game is a measuring stick. Let's be honest, this is more than just a weak matchup. This is a statement opportunity. When your offensive line is ranked number 1, the first thing that happens is every defensive coordinator circles your name in bold ink. Teams want to test you. They want to prove those numbers wrong. Houston, they're the perfect test. And for Buffalo, showing dominance in this matchup would send a message across the AFC. Josh Allen has time, the Bills' offense has balance, and this team can go toe-to-toe with anyone. That's what Thursday Night Football is all about. Bills fans, this is one of the most important stretches of the season. You got the Texans this Thursday, then the Steelers on November 30th, then the Bengals at home in Week 14. The toughest part of the schedule is coming. And right now, all eyes are on Keon Coleman. Will he be active? Will he grow from this? Will the coaching staff trust him again soon? And how will this affect the Bills' passing attack in a critical AFC matchup? So here's what I want from you. Or should they play him right away because the team needs him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear where Bills Mafia stands. And before you head out, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive update, a breakdown, or a Bills Insider Report. This is Buffalo, this is our team, and this story is far from over. Go Bills!